Joel Patrick Mason Gryniewski popped out of the womb and into the world on June 18, 1979. Son of a beauty named Judy and a werewolf named Ron, he grew up on the mean streets of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Joel was a middle child. He had a tomboyish older sister, Angie, and a crazy younger sister, Gina. Needless to say, growing up as the only boy could be pretty crappy. But little Joey wasn't about to let that get him down. He enjoyed the usual things boys liked. Sports, superheroes, cigarettes, but he had a dirty little secret. He also enjoyed dancing and playing dress-up. Aside from the whole dancing thing, though, Joel had a pretty normal childhood. He loved showing off his bulging muscles in the summer and breaking his neck in the winter. At the tender age of 14, Joel got an earring. 3 years later, his mother begged him not to wear it in his senior picture. She told him he'd regret it when he got older. Regret looking this cool? I think not, Mom. Never much of a ladies' man, Joel liked to hang out with the guys, acting like this, dressing like this, and grooming like this. No wonder he never had a girlfriend. After graduating second in his high school class, Joel went off to Northwestern University in Chicago. 3 months later, he came back home because he missed his mommy. Luckily, he outgrew that mama's boy phase and was able to venture out into the world again for grad school in Richmond, Virginia. Little did he know that he was about to meet someone who would change his life forever. That's right, Gumby! Oh, and someone else too. Lauren Marcy Weinblatt was a bald little chunk of a baby. She was born to proud parents Chuck and Fran Weinblatt on May 30th, 1982 in tropical Toledo, Ohio. It was a simpler time, a time when Chuck still used to grab Fran's butt, and big brother Brian always looked like he was wearing a wig. With the addition of beautiful baby Lauren, the Weinblatts were one big happy family, not to mention a snappy dressing one. Little Lauren loved the finer things in life, like art, and piano, and flute, and kittens, and gumball machines, and perfectly straight bangs. And at her bat mitzvah, she was really into shoulder pads and dolphins. But during those awkward teenage years, there was one thing she hated with a passion: getting her picture taken. And then something funny happened. Lauren discovered an ancient beauty secret called makeup. And somewhere between junior high and high school, like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, Lauren transformed from this to this. With her newfound confidence, she made lots of great friends, joined the marching band, and even went out for the Ohio Junior Miss pageant. Aye, aye, Captain! After graduating near the top of her high school class, Lauren went off to college at the University of Miami in Florida, where she majored in tanning. From there, she packed her Mini Cooper and headed up the Atlantic coast to Richmond, Virginia for grad school. She had no idea she was about to meet the man of her dreams. Abe Lincoln! Oh, and some skinny Polish kid from Minnesota. Like all classic love stories, Joel and Lauren had an instant connection. Lauren's big brown eyes and cute little dimples gave Joel butterflies. On the flip side, Joel's creepy facial hair gave Lauren a queasy stomach whenever she was around him. True story. Despite her digestive difficulties and his ridiculous head of hair, Lauren was still attracted to Joel for some strange reason. So she secretly arranged for him to be her partner for a school project. From that moment on, the two lovebirds were inseparable. They did everything together. They were named King and Queen of the Ad Center prom together. They won awards together. After graduation, they moved to Seattle together, where they lived together and worked together. Heck, they even tried cross-dressing together. Things were going so well, in fact, they figured it was time for their parents to finally meet each other. So in the spring of 2006, Ron and Judy met Fran and Chuck in Seattle, and they all got along swimmingly. Thank God! With that big hurdle out of the way, Joel decided it was time to take their relationship to the next level. So on May 5th, 2006, during a walk around their favorite lake, he got down on one knee and proposed to Lauren. And boy did he catch her off guard. After a few tense minutes and some potent smelling salts, she eventually came to and mustered a feeble yes. How romantic. In no apparent hurry to plan their wedding, the happy couple headed south to San Francisco for new jobs in 2007. They saw some amazing sights, met some amazing people, and drank some amazing wine. Life was good. And then something unexpected happened. Joel and Lauren had a baby. Thomas Foolery Gryniewski, aka Old Tom Foolery, was born on May 18, 2008 at the National Stationery Show in New York City. He wasn't the prettiest baby ever, what with that big mustache and all, but Joel and Lauren loved him just the same. But like all parents, they can't wait till he finally grows up and makes them lots of money. In 2009, Joel and Lauren decided it was time to plant some roots. So they began their search for a good home where they could raise old Tom and stop pissing their money away on rent in one of the most ridiculously expensive cities in the world. So they set their sights on Minneapolis. They looked, and 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 looked. And a year and a half later, they finally found their dream house. And it was only about 2 blocks away from a decent little house they could actually afford. So next month, Joel, Lauren, and Old Tom Foolery will move into their humble new home and start their next big adventure together. And statistics say there's a 50% chance they will live happily ever